Coaches come from many different backgrounds. For Christian Robinson, it started on the field. Christian Robinson is from Norcross, Georgia. In high school, he played at Greater Atlanta Christian Academy. Robinson points out that Coach Rick's ethical recruiting is what attracted him to first come to Georgia to play.
Well, I think the best thing with the University of Georgia was the fact that Coach Rick had always done a good job in being a promoter of doing things the right way. When I was getting recruited, he was first class. He came to school, always stuck to what the rules were, and that stood out to me because I knew that he was going to stick by his word. And I think in terms of a high school kid that's looking, if you're looking at things the right way, you're going to find the right people. And once I got here, they stuck to what they said they were going to do. They kept me accountable for what I did in school. They kept me accountable in football wise. If I didn't do what they had asked, there was punishment involved. And I think that's all part of doing things ethically and training your athletes to do that the right way as well.
After his college career, Robinson was offered a defensive graduate assistant position. He helps with linebackers, film duties, and the scout team. Coaching runs in the Robinson family. Christian's father, Ken Robinson, played at the University of South Carolina and also for the Washington Redskins. He is currently the head football coach at Providence Christian Academy. Christian mentions his father's position as reasoning for choosing his own career.
I think the fact that my dad was a coach and that I'd always surrounded myself with people that were very similar to him. Anytime you find people of high character, you want to be around those people because they're going to keep you doing the right thing. And that was what I wanted to do. Is I saw myself helping people, young people like I was coming out of high school, and they had a dream and a goal to play college football and get their degree. And because of that, I wanted to be that person for a younger man.
Off the field, ethics plays a huge role in coaching.
Now to a scandal that is rocking West Point. The Army football team recruiting high school players with alcohol and women.
On the heels of new allegations from a former University of North Carolina athlete, UNC, the school is once again being investigated by the NCAA for academic fraud.
College athletics is often in the limelight for its coaching scandals.
I have no tolerable answer for why I didn't tell the truth the first time.
Bay Area basketball powerhouse St. Mary's is now on probation for NCAA violations. The school was found guilty of breaking rules and failing to monitor its program.
I've made some serious mistakes, and for that I'm truly sorry.
The NCAA investigates many teams which have been suspected of breaking their rules. Robinson mentions how at Georgia they pay special attention to following the NCAA guidelines.
Everything that applied to me as a football player, that was kind of, working with the coaches, whether it's certain hours, doing things the right thing, were we going over, and at all points throughout the career, Coach Rick and his staff always, kept to that. Everything was marked down to the minute, so you knew how much time you had. You knew that when it was voluntary, whether you were going to do extra work after practice, that was on you if you wanted to get better. And they suggested things that could help you, and that never was being forced to do that. It was, hey, do you want to be the best version of you can be? And that's why I think Coach Rick did a great job, and his staff, of just sticking to the rules, and so that that you're getting the best you can, doing things the right way from the coaches themselves. I think the best thing that Coach Rick did was have somebody else besides a football coach be in charge of monitoring those times. So when Coach knows, okay, this is what we got to work with, he'd have another staff member let him know what was available to work with. And so there was times that we had to move stuff around or break it up to where it fit into the 20-hour rule, where we could practice, meet, lift, all those things were. Coach Rick stuck to that, and I really respected him, especially as a young coach, watching him abide by the rules and making his people do the same.
Coach Mark Richt is a living legend at Georgia and in college sports. Rick has coached at the university for 14 years. He has won 2 SEC championships and has received SEC Coach of the Year in 2002 and 2005. Ethical is a word that comes to mind when Mark Richt is mentioned. He is known for his strict compliance with NCAA rules.
It's a privilege to be a player at Georgia, and I think that I owe it to the university and to the team, the rest of the team, to make sure that everybody there is doing right. And if you don't do right, then you might lose that privilege, that opportunity. I don't enjoy letting a guy go, but sometimes he makes a decision or a series of decisions that cost him that opportunity. So all those guys, I wish them well, but I can tell you that the guys that are here are doing things right, and they deserve to be around teammates that are going to do right.
Coaches often run into problems when they help their players outside of the field. Robinson speaks about these incidents and how coaches should keep following their codes of ethics.
I think in terms of just, the players and what they get, I think a lot of times it'd be easy for, there's a lot of things that come up in life where you just want to help people. And sometimes guys want, extra stuff, but, there's times where the players come around and they see the coach's food and stuff like that. It's something small, but in reality, for players getting an extra benefit that, is not, they're not able to get normally, then sticking to the rules, that's against the rules. And so there's times where the coach would have food upstairs, and they'd want to come around and sneak by, and, you got to say, hey, this is for the coaches only. And, you just got to remember that they've provided you with a scholarship and a lot of things that other people don't get.
Rick's influence over Christian and ethics is something that many young professionals need to keep sports ethical in the future.